Hello, how do you solve this radical problem? This is square root of n power 3 equals square root of 5 power 3. Now we are solving for all values of n that satisfy this equation. Look at it here. So if you have square root of a to the power of n, this equals a to the power of n raised to the power of 1 over 2. Because this square root here, you can express it as this, right? So we apply the same thing here. This would be n power 3 raised to the power of 1 over 2 equals 5 power 3, and this is raised to the power of 1 over 2. Now, if you have a to the power of n raised to the power of n equals a power n raised to the power of n. So let's switch the powers. So the 1 over 2 here will come here, and the 3 will go outside. So we do the same thing here. That means we are going to have n to the power of 1 over 2. And this is raised to the power of 3. And this equals 5 power 1 over 2. And this is raised to the power of 3. So if you have a power 1 over 2, this equals square root of a. So we apply the same thing here and here. That means we are going to have square root of n raised to the power of 3. And this is square root of 5 raised to the power of 3. So the next step will be for us to move this over here. So we have square root of n raised to the power of 3 minus square root of 5 raised to the power of 3, and this equals 0. So we have power 3 here, we also have power 3 here, and there's minus here. So we can decide to expand using this identity. If you have a power 3 minus b power 3, this equals a minus b times a squared plus ab plus b to the power of 2. And in this case, my a is square root of n, and my b is square root of 5. So let's insert these two values for a and b right here. For a minus b, we have square root of n minus square root of 5 times for a squared, we have square root of n raised to the power of 2 plus the square root of n times square root of 5 plus square root of 5 raised to the power of 2, and this equals 0. So right here, I will simply cancel this out, right? So we have square root of n minus square root of 5 times, we are going to have n here. This time this is square root of 5n plus this times this cancel this. We have 5, and this equals 0. So let's equate this to 0. We have square root of n minus square root of 5 equals 0. We have n plus square root of 5n plus 5 equals 0. So let's solve these individual equations. To solve this one here, I move this over here. So I have square root of n equals square root of 5. This cancel this. I have n equals 5. So this is my n1. Now to solve this other one here, I will simply move this over here and move this over here. So you have square root of 5n equals this is negative 5 minus n. So I take the squares. I put part of this equation. This cancel this. I had 5n equal this is negative 5 minus n times negative 5 minus n. N equals this times this. This is 25 this times this is plus 5n. This times this is plus 5n. This times this is plus n squared. So from here, we have 5n equals 25 plus this this is 10n plus n squared. So let's rearrange this and move this over here. I have 0 equals 25 plus 10n plus n squared minus 5n. So from here, I have 0 equals 25 plus this minus this, that is 5n plus n squared. So let's rearrange this to form a quadratic equation. We have n squared plus 5n plus 25 equals 0. So let's solve for n. We have negative b plus or minus square root of b squared minus 4 times ac divided by 2 times a. So my a equals 1, which is the coefficient of n squared. My b equals 5, which is this coefficient of n. And c equals 25, which is this. So let's insert it right here. Have n equals negative 5 plus or minus square root of 5 squared minus 4 times 1 times 25 divided by 2 times 1. So from here, I have n equals negative 5 plus or minus square root of this is 25 minus 100 divided by 2. So from here, I have n equals negative 5 plus or minus square root of this is negative 75 divided by 2. So from here, I have n equals negative 5 plus or minus this minus here, a square root of negative 1 times square root of 75 divided by 2. So this square root of negative 1 here, we can replace it with complex number I. So I have n equals negative 5 plus or minus I times square root of 75. And this is divided by 2. So from here, I have n equals negative 5 plus or minus I times this square root of 75 is square root of 25 times 3 divided by 2. So from here, I can have n equals, this is negative 5 plus or minus I times square root of 25 times square root of 3 divided by 2. So from here, n equals negative 5 plus or minus I times square root of 25 is 5 times root of 3 divided by 2. So there's a common numerator here, that is 5, and we can factor that out. We can have n equals 5, and this 5 is over 2, right? So let's have 5 over 2, but negative 1 plus or minus I times root 3. So that is that. The next thing we are going to do will be to write out the complex values. We can have our n2, because we have gotten n1 already, equals 5 over 2 of negative 1 plus I root 3. We have n3 equals 5 over 2 of negative 1 minus I root 3. These are the two complex values for n. And the one real value for n is this particular one here, which is n equals 5. So we can easily insert this and check. So we have square root of n power 3 equals square root of 5 power 3. And our n equals 5. So let's insert it right here. We have square root of 5 power 3 here, as in n is 5. Inserting it right here equals square root of 5 power 3. And 5 power 3 is 5 times 5 times 5. That is 1 to 5. So we have square root of 1 to 5 equals square root of 1 to 5. So this and this are now the same. So guys, that is it. So at this point, we have checked and we have actually solved for all the values of n, both complex and real. And we have also checked and the real value has proven to be correct. So that is it, guys. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you and goodbye.